G'day everyone, how you doing? I'm Jason, this is Rick.
Hey guys, how you going?
Welcome to the full spoiler Terminator Dark Fate review.
Full spoiler.
As per tradition, generally what we do is we go and see these movies, we literally get in the car, take a 3-minute drive and come back and we record our review, which is what we're doing.
So we have literally just come out of the cinemas for this.
Well, Rick, I mean, I always like to talk about the build-up and the hype for this. It's been a rather interesting journey for Terminator. This was a film that wasn't really being asked to be made, I don't think. I think a lot of people were pretty well done with the franchise after 2015's Terminator Genesis. So it was interesting that they, they wanted to go back and make another one. But they did a few interesting things right off the bat. They got Linda Hamilton back. They got a really good director in Tim Miller who directed Deadpool.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
James Cameron was back on board.
He was producing or
he was
part
producing and he wrote. He was also involved in writing the script. So you've got some good pedigree. You've got Linda Hamilton back. Arnie's back as well. And you've got everybody focused on what they think is going to be a true sequel to Terminator 2.
Yeah, so just get rid of all the others.
Yeah, like they've done with Halloween and other films. They've asked you to forget certain movies and just focus on the sequel to Terminator 2. So yeah, I mean, like as the trailer started to come out, Rick, I started to get really excited.
Yeah, look, there was
they look good. The first trailer was horrible.
The first one, yeah.
We're going.
The music, you had the issue with the music.
I just couldn't stand it. But the second trailer was quite good.
Yeah.
And it got me. It did what a trailer should do. It got me interested going to see the film.
4 trailers they released or something. So there was a bit of
they
pushing marketing for it.
So Rick, after all that, we go and see the cinema. We go into the cinema. We go and see this film.
Yeah.
Did it deliver what it promised?
For me, no, it didn't.
No,
it didn't. No.
Okay.
I had issues with this movie.
Yep.
Look, maybe there could be little nitpicking issues. I had some good things. Look, it wasn't a bad movie for me, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, expected for it to be. I had some issues with some CG. Some of the scenes with the Rev 9 Terminator, there were some scenes in there that he just looked really, really bad.
I must admit there were probably a couple
like
of scenes
that opening scene.
unfinished.
Yeah, they didn't look very polished. They didn't, and it kind of lost me. And I actually did get lost into the movie itself. I just kind of got bored in some senses. Like it just kind of dragged in bits that we didn't really need to have. And then I felt like all these trailers that we have seen, we've kind of seen all these, and I knew what was going to come up. It just kind of it wasn't a free-flowing movie for me. Linda Hamilton was great for me. I reckon she was fabulous. I love seeing her on there. I reckon she was kick-ass in this movie. But then Arnie was a little bit disappointing for me.
Wow.
I gotta say, he just, I don't know
This
what it
film,
was.
for me though, Rick, this film it is not a bad movie. It's just not a great movie, really, at the end. It does fall flat, which is really surprising for a film that has high-octane action. And it doesn't take long before you're going. But like you mentioned, how it felt boring to you, because I had one too many exposition scenes. This film is very exposition heavy. There were always scenes of them quietly sitting around talking about the future, talking about it, and there was just too much of that. Look, like most Terminator movies since T2, they always try to up the ante with the abilities of the Terminator. And Diego Luna, who I believe played the new Terminator, the Rev 9. I like some of his abilities. I like the fact he could split a half and all that. And I thought his performance went quite well. And some of the performances in this movie are really good. Mackenzie Davis, I hadn't seen much of her.
Who played Grace.
Who played Grace, who is the protagonist, I would say, of the film. She's actually really, really good. Linda Hamilton, boom, knocked it out of the park.
She was awesome.
Really great to have her back. Arnie was really good for me in this one.
Yeah,
I think it was a good evolution of his character. Really enjoyed that. And I even enjoyed the young lady, I can't remember her name, forgiveness for that, but she was really good. The guy they got to play her brother, though, he was straight out of telenovela, he was like a soap opera actor.
God, he died early.
Does this film move the franchise forward in an interesting enough way to make me want to see another one? No. I think we've probably seen the last of the Terminator
I
franchise.
just felt like we've seen it all before. Like, you know, the way that the Terminator died. You know, they pulled the core out and that. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's some of that work, but you're right. By the time you get into what on paper and on film looks very visually interesting, it's just missing something. It's missing an emotional connection to those moments because you don't have. Like, you sympathise with the main character, the woman that they're trying to protect, but you don't really connect with her.
No,
and I find you don't really find any characters that you connect with, you know. But I will say, what a stunning opening to this film.
Yes, that was surprising.
Really, really surprising. And obviously we're going to all spoilers, as we know. But straight off the bat, we get to see a scene which must have been just, weeks after Terminator 2, of a young the mother Sarah Connor and Edward Furlong. The 12-year-old version of him. And, mate, he gets killed by a Terminator. Boom.
And who that Terminator
straight off
was?
the bat. And that was Arnie. And
Arnie.
She had said they'd sent several Terminators.
Yeah. So a
away
different
you
version.
go.
Right?
Yeah, it's a different version.
But a younger version.
Yeah, look, I think this franchise is over. I really do. I think there's a few things telling that I think the franchise is over. Is this movie needed to be incredible. It had to change the game.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It didn't. It didn't change the game. It was a competent action film, but it didn't blow anyone, or didn't blow me off my seat in any way. I think the other thing is what was telling in the cinema too, Rick, was there's barely anyone in our session.
No.
And which kind of raises the question, who is interested in a Terminator movie at this point? Are we, as Hollywood, just trying to squeeze more money out of Generation X? Because I tell you what, Generation X, we're not going to the movies as much anymore. It's the younger generations you need to appeal to. And they don't give a shit about Terminator.
There wasn't any. I think there was like one or two young people that were in
they were kids. They were Generation X bringing their kids along. You know, it's still got a cool factor, a killing robot, all that kind of thing. But in a world of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Wars and so forth, it wasn't that kind of groundbreaking in any way either. So, look, the film, it's a damn shame. And I'll tell you, for me, Rick, I'm done. I'm done with the Terminator franchise. I think thank you very much. You gave it a good shot. Geez, you squeezed out 4 other movies after Terminator 2. You've done your job. It's over. Put it to bed. I think we need to move on to something else.
I don't think they shouldn't bring another one out because,
Well, they set it up for a sequel.
They did set it up,
as they do, which was almost like, that's a movie I don't want to see. I don't give a shit about her and Linda Hamilton preparing for the next lot of Terminators. It bothered me. They changed the villain, Rick. They changed it from Skynet to Legion.
Yeah, it's the same storyline, same everything.
They didn't even change it enough.
They didn't,
They just gave it a different
name. That was
and
it.
A few of the spaceships in Terminator looked slightly different.
It was. No, it wasn't for me.
I don't know how this film is any worse than 2015's Terminator Genesis, which was really critically slammed and the audience did not like it. But I honestly...
You didn't mind it?
I liked it. I personally thought it was okay.
It was alright.
Like, I think this film is okay. It's just not a film that I come out fist pumping the air and going, what a fucking epic movie.
Because we were looking at each other at the end of the movie like, I don't think there's any end credits here. Let's just go.
Even if there is an after credit scene, that film was so flat that I didn't give a shit about watching it.
Yeah.
You know, I really didn't care if they're setting
up. Don't get me wrong, I like how they kind of reminisced about the old day. You know, they couple of scenes when Arnie picked up his glasses and kind of like, you know, pay homage to the
Why didn't he put them on?
Yeah, he kind of just...
Well, that kind of bugged me more that he didn't put it on. He drew attention to it more by not putting them on. He should have just put them on. The fucking audience would have loved it. No big deal.
She made that comment. The line, you know, I'll be back. You know, Linda Hamilton said the line.
I like that line from the trailer because she says it in, look, I'll be back.
Yeah, I like that. That was kind of cool. They did things like that.
Twist and turn some of the classic stuff, but I'm repeating myself. But this film really needs to do something special to get the audience back on board, and just didn't do it.
No,
didn't do it. You know, and Rick, I mean, honestly, is this a film you buy on Blu-ray when it comes out?
No.
No.
Not even to complete all the other series.
I think I will.
I just, no. Nah. I just felt really like there's movies that I watched through that. I don't know how long that movie was. What, close to
2 hours and 14 minutes.
2 hours 14 minutes. And I looked at my watch literally about 4 or 5 times.
I did notice that, Rick.
And I was like, and I never do that because it just lost me in that movie. Like I said, it was just flat. Like Jay said, it was just flat. And yeah, and you shouldn't have to be in a movie. You should be really involved in a movie and focus on it. I just wasn't, and it just
Well, guys,
wasn't good.
You know, we could probably go on and make this case, and probably get more and more depressed about this movie if we keep going on. So we're not going to. But obviously, this is just our subjective opinion.
Yeah.
This is an experience that we left out of the cinema. But we know that you may have a different experience than us, and certainly your communications is vital to educate us on what your opinion is. Maybe we're missing something. Maybe we were just in a bad mood. Who knows? But for us, I mean, do we rate this?
You're gonna rate it? Yeah, you're gonna rate. I mean, we always rate our
generally
reviews.
do rate them, don't we, Rick? So we've got to rate them. That's 6.5 out of 10. What about you, mate?
I'm going 5.5, and that's being generous. 5.5.
Well, you know, all right. You've got our rating.
And
We need your communication, Rick. How do they let us know about their thoughts on Terminator Dark Fate?
Guys, all you need to do is give us a comment down below from the video. Also, just give us a thumbs up for the video as well. We really appreciate it. If you have subscribed to our channel, thank you so much for your support. If you haven't, just hit that subscribe button for us. We'd appreciate it. Hit the notification bell and just follow us all on our social media sites. Easy and simple as that, guys.
Fantastic, guys. Hustle La Vista franchise.